folks, it's Back to Nature with Tony Phelps. I just wanted to tell you, sometimes out here when it's really rainy, wet, damp, the humidity's just horrible, it's tough to get a fire sometimes. As you can see there, I had the fire in my tinder bundle, but there's so much moisture, man, sometimes it's hard to keep it going. So this thing right here, just an old Band-Aid box, and I had took some old cotton balls and soaked them with Vaseline. Also, I do those wax cardboard with the wick on them and sawdust with the wick on them. But the point being, if this is a real survival situation, you better get out here and practice in the rain. Because I'll tell you, sometimes when it's moist and damp and wet and raining, it's tough to get a fire sometimes. And you may need it. And so it's better to have several ways to make a fire when you go out. Don't just go out depending, okay, I can take a hand drill and get a fire, or I can take a bow drill and get a fire, which most of the time you can't. But what I'm trying to say is, it's better to have it not need it than to need it and not have it. So I always teach the kids and other folks that I'm out messing with and doing this with, y'all seen on one of my videos where I made the wax cardboard. I took and rolled the cardboard up and put the wicks in it, made some wax wicks. Those work awesome as well. Because I tell you something, sometimes you need something to keep that fire going till that wood catches up. Because I'll tell you, it can get tough out there, especially if you don't have nothing to, if it was to be raining or something. I'm gonna light one of these and just to give you an idea and set it over here where you can see it. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, I believe you can. That's just waxed cardboard. So, when you're out like this, be sure that you got stuff like this in your backpack. Because if I was to be hypothermic and didn't have anything to get a fire going with me, wet and everything, I'm going to tell you something. It could be a long, cold night. Sometimes you just hold that up and get that wick burning good till it gets down there at that bottom. Then hopefully you'll be able to sit there and watch that. Let me throw another piece of wood through on that fire. While it's going good, I might fix me some I brought me some morel mushrooms and maybe some bannock. And but y'all watch this right here. You'll just see how long it takes it to. You just imagine now if you had if it's real rainy and wet and your sticks are wet, you can take something like this right here and you start putting your sticks around it, and you can get a pretty good fire going. Even when it's a little damp, if you just start off with the little sticks. We've talked about that before. But, you know, I built a few fires. And you could see right there after I got the ember going, dropped it in my nest, got the nest going, got it on fire. And it was damp. It was tough to get it lit. Then when I set it down here, even though I put some stuff down so it separates from the ground, because of the moisture, folks, I'm telling you, sometimes building the fire out here is kind of tough. So when you go out here building the fire, this is just going to be a short video today. I may come on here and do a part 2 or something. But when you're out here going out and you need to get out and practice some when it's cold, rainy, damp, so that you'll know if your techniques work. I mean, you can do it at home or on pretty days all you want, but I'm telling you, when you get out here in the cold, damp rain, and it's been raining last night off of that hurricane, and it's awful wet and moist and damp, I'll tell you what, it's a different ball game then. But you can see, with a little finesse in there, that little cotton ball made all the difference in that fire right there. So I'm telling you folks, pack your pack. Like I said, it's better to have it, not need it, than to need it, not have it. I always try to keep 5, 6, 7 different ways in my pack to get a fire going. You can see this one right here. It's plenty long enough to get a fire going. If you took those little pine sticks and put around that thing would take off in just a second. Then next thing you know, you've got a pretty good fire. So get out here and practice and see if it works. Don't just think it works, or you see it on YouTube or see somebody else do it, or even you do it at home when it's dry. That's all well and dandy, but you need to get out here and practice when the weather's foul, when it's wet and rainy, snow, all the different scenarios. Get out here and practice it a little bit. Plus, it's a lot of fun, you know, and that way you know where your limitations are and you know what works, what don't work. And so, you see how long that's burning? Folks, that can make a difference. I always make me up 7 or 8 of those and put them in my pack. I always got that Band-Aid box of cotton balls that's got the melted Vaseline on them. Folks, that can make a difference of you becoming hypothermic, or being able to stay warm enough, or fix your food or whatever. And it doesn't weigh anything. You can throw that in your pack and it doesn't take up that much room. But I can tell you, it'll be good to you when you need it the most. So get out here and practice it when it's bad, and that way, you know, you can feel rested, you can feel assured when you go out. Hey, I know I'm took care of. May take you a little longer, you may have to do some other things. You've seen it, I had to work at it a little bit, but that's okay, there's nothing wrong with it. The end result is I got a fire. Now I can do all the things I need to do, cook or boil me some water, purify some water, whatever. So, hey, get out here and get it done. This is Back to Nature with Tony Phelps. God bless you. I'm gonna cut this thing off now. I'm gonna fix me something to eat. I might get a part 2 here, we'll see.